Hey, this is Matthew.
And I'm Vinny.
And it's time for another wrestling figure review here in Nerd News today. And this time, it's not quite a figure, it's actually an accessory pack.
Yeah, it's a championship belt accessory pack.
This is the from RingsideCollectibles.com. It's a Ringside Collectibles exclusive, the Championship Collector's Pack. And inside it, we have 5 belts, either rare or never been done before by Mattel.
We have the WWE Hardcore Championship, the Rated R Superstar WWE Championship, the Raw Brand Split, the original Brand Split Tag Team titles, the same for the SmackDown Original Brand Split Tag Team titles, and the NWO Black and White WCW title belt.
So 5 belts that we have either not seen in a long time, or just completely brand new as far as we know. I believe this is the first time that we ever had in Mattel the Raw and SmackDown championship belts.
Yeah, because I don't think they've ever come out with a tag team from that era.
Yeah. I don't think they did a rated R belt. You guys, if you are watching this, you know, you can let us know. But
I believe they did, but it was very, very early in the line. The same thing I believe was with the Hardcore title.
Remember Kane had it? I think that was actually another Ringside exclusive, I think.
Yep.
Early one.
And then the only one who would have had the WCW belt with the Black NWO would have been a Hulk Hogan figure when he was Hollywood Hogan, which...
Good luck getting one of those now.
Yeah, good luck getting one of those ever since the whole trial, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah. So here's the packaging. It's now in the new Elite style packaging that you're going to get all your action figures in, which is now just essentially a square.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. It's a little clean, maybe too clean, but that's another debate for a different day. But there you go. Let's flip it over. You guys can see the backside, which just lists the 5 belts. It's very clean, simple packaging.
And also the side.
Which we need to talk about the sides.
Yeah.
So what is up with these belts here? So let's just show you guys again. Like you can see, there's each belt one by one. Then there's something kind of funny. And in fact, we'll show you guys right here. Something kind of funny about that SmackDown Tag Team belt.
Yeah.
So of all the people to possibly include as the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, I think the last one I've ever expected is Kenzo Suzuki.
Yeah. I think he only held that belt for what, 2 weeks?
That is going really obscure.
Yeah, an obscure tag team of Kenzo Suzuki and Rene Dupree.
And what's funny though is just like the other belts, like Edge obviously has the rated R. Hardcore didn't have a nameplate. The NWO belt, nothing on that nameplate. It might have been blank because it's maybe how it was back then. If they spread it over, but it probably had someone's name.
No, they had somebody's name. It was probably Hogan's name or whoever he took the belt off of.
And the Raw belt has nothing, and
that also used to use a nameplate.
Yeah, and you can see the nameplate right there. So it's just funny that Kenzo Suzuki gets a name drop.
Yeah.
And he's never going to get a figure, so...
Hey, you never know at this point. This might actually be leading to something.
Oh, God. If that's a tease, they're going to give us Kenzo Suzuki. What do we do to deserve that?
I don't know.
We've been buying your figures, Mattel. Why are you punishing us?
I think they're sort of run out of ideas for older guys.
Oh, man. Just start doing blue Thez, and all the guys just wear black trunks. Just recycle those again. So yeah, not much to really say about the packaging. So I think the best thing to do is just to kind of crack open the belts and let's just talk about these one by one.
Yep.
And we don't have any scissors, so I'm about to destroy this box.
Oh, crap baskets.
Say goodbye to the box, Vinny. Say goodbye. Open him up.
Yep.
Open him up.
You could have let me take off the tape. You know that way.
I don't understand what you're saying.
It's yours, so you could do it that way. Be my guest. That is the one thing I will say that I've always liked about the Elite packaging with any Mattel figure is that you could easily take the tape off and actually repackage the figure if you are in the case of having to move and you want to put the figures back or you want to keep them in storage. But obviously this one over here doesn't want to do that. But
I don't care. I do what I want. So again, let's just see. Here you go. There's the belts out of the case there. Whatevs. I'm a loose collector anyways, so as nice as it looks in that box, I'm gonna want to put these on figures. So let's just get these out one by one. Let's start with the Hardcore belt, and I think we should put these belts in some dudes. What do you think?
Yeah.
Talk about it that way. So So there you go. That's the Hardcore belt out of the package. Pretty nice.
Pretty nice in all its damaged glory.
Now what's interesting here is that this belt is the only one of the set that's not chrome. This is not matte chromed as like the other belts are.
Actually, I just noticed something. It's completely molded.
Yeah, it's one piece, one mold.
It's a one-piece mold.
So I don't know if that's how they made the belt originally. Again, like I don't even know what that belt looks like anymore. But yeah, it's all just one solid piece. There's no medallions in it whatsoever. It's just one mold.
Which actually, what I was mentioning to you before the video, that was a destroyed belt. So it actually makes sense for it not to be shiny or shimmering or anything like that.
I definitely understand it's not really meant to be as shiny, but if the other belts are shiny and vac chromed, it's a debate. It's kind of
it's a debatable one.
Yeah, nothing to really lose sleep over for sure. So I think we should give this belt to someone. I think we should give it to the first ever hardcore champion.
Yep.
Since we happen to have him here, let's go ahead and see if we can get this around. I don't know if it's gonna actually fit in his waist. It might not, but
might not.
So
well, if you looked at the review of this figure that we did, there's a reason why with this shirt. I think it's the shirt that
looks like it might just narrowly miss it because of that shirt.
No.
Well, if not, we can always just put it across his arm, but...
Nope, I got it.
Oh, you actually got it in?
Yep.
Look at that. So there is Mankind wearing the hardcore title. And he was the first champ, handed the belt by Vince McMahon. And it looks pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, it still looks good. The funny thing is that it's molded, so the downside of this is that, especially if you're going to be on a Mattel 6-inch figure, you can see it warps a little bit because it's not medallions. It's just one solid piece of plastic.
But here's where I'm going to have to beg to differ with you. I actually like that feature with the belt because sometimes the medallions does not help with putting the belt on the figure to begin with. It kind of becomes a little too flat, in my opinion, when it's on the figure. That's one. And two, this actually it's funny we put it on this figure.
Yeah.
It gives it an old school style belt feel with the old school figures of collecting. So
those old belts were pretty flimsy in some cases, and then they're usually just one piece of plastic, like the old Hasbro wing belt.
Yep, and actually this is what it's reminding me of.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Could this be from a busted winged eagle belt of Hasbro?
That's quite a leap, but that's wishful thinking.
Hey, if that was the original hardcore belt was a busted up winged eagle belt, why can't there be a busted up winged eagle Hasbro?
That'd be pretty cool if it was, Mattel. So we need answers, Mattel.
Yeah, please.
So that's the hardcore belt. Let's take a look at the Rated R Superstar belt. And who do you think should wear that one?
The Rock has cut some pretty scathing promos.
So let's give you guys a quick look at that. And why don't you hold on that one for right now? I'll put in the Rock over here.
Got it.
So the big question we had coming into this was, does that Rated R in the middle spin? Because this is the John Cena spinner belt.
Correct, but custom made for Edge.
So does it still spin is the question.
Yes, it does. It doesn't spin so freely, but it does spin. So they kept it pretty nice.
Yeah. Now the one difference that you guys will see, we were commenting on earlier, is that you see here it's actually black background. Not so much here. It is black, but because there's texture in it, it's not quite as black.
Which actually I did a little research beforehand, and actually it was also textured in the belt. So actually they captured the texture of the Rated R center plate.
Yeah.
The one thing it doesn't capture though, and this is where I'm going to go back to the medallion point, you miss a lot of the colors of the medallions itself. Like the side plates actually had green and silver detailing in it. Unfortunately, probably because of the scaling aspect, you are going to miss that. It's a trade-off, but this belt still looks good.
Yeah, let's try it out on the Rock and see if we can crown a Rated R for the Rock Superstar Championship belt.
See?
Does look pretty nice on him so far.
Yep.
Kind of looks like the old Intercontinental belt, in fact, he's wearing.
Around this time.
Yeah.
So, now, again...
These belts obviously are not really made for the scale, so it is going to look a little funkier, but just to show you what it looks like on a figure.
But again, it still works.
Yeah. Look at that nice detailing on the side. I mean, there is really nice detailing. Even if the colors aren't right, the details are pretty darn close.
Yeah,
to authentic.
It's definitely. Like, this is where I'll say the paint job really doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Because you just got amazing detail. This belt definitely looks awesome.
Yeah, so that's the Rock. Now let's take, we got our two tag team belts. So something we mentioned about earlier, we were talking about was that how this pack of 5 belts only comes with, it only comes with 5 belts. We only get 1 of each championship belt. For some people, and I imagine there's actually probably a lot of people out there who are like angry about the fact that they're only getting 1 of each belt.
So now you're basically going to have to buy 2 packs with 3 extra belts with the hardcore, the Rated R, and the WCW title, which at that point becomes, it's like, the hardcore, great, you could use it with a variety of wrestlers, the Rated R and the NWO title, you really can't.
Yeah, they're pretty unique. So it's like that's the downside is that if you want to get another pair of belts, you do it's a full pair of belts. That is, you do have to buy another one of these things. However, if they didn't include, I mean, their plan was to probably do a 5-pack all along. So otherwise, you were gonna just get 2 of each of these belts and one other belt. Could they have 8 more belts in the pack? That's debatable.
Again, that's one of the trade-offs, I guess. So,
for me, like I'm okay buying. If I had to buy another pack, I don't mind it because I like the hardcore belt. And the Rated R and the NWO or whatever.
And
you
plus,
can
now I'm also thinking about it again. They didn't come out with yet. We don't know what Mattel's plans are, but we didn't get too many tag teams from that era released yet.
But that could change soon. I mean, hey, they name dropped Kenzo Suzuki of all people, so
yeah,
the future looks bright.
All we need is Rene Dupree next.
So here's the Raw Championship belt, and I'm gonna if you want to hold it up, I'm gonna get the SmackDown belt out.
Yep.
And it's kind of funny is when I was collecting the Jakks Pacific belts, those figures in general were larger. So these belts were larger, and I remember especially liking the SmackDown one. It's fun seeing them in smaller size because the detail's better.
Yeah.
I kind of like them being larger personally, but they're still really, really great belts, especially the SmackDown belt. It's a really underrated belt design.
True. Well, actually, no. The SmackDown belt was based off the original tag team titles.
Pretty much.
The Raw were completely original.
And they weren't that great, in my opinion. I mean, they were okay, but
Compared, you can never go against the classic design of the old tag team belts.
Let's give these to some dudes. I don't know, who do you think... let's give this to... I think Austin should get Raw, because it kind of reminds me of the Smoking Skull belt.
Yes.
And I think... Let's give... Because AJ is on the blue brand...
He does deserve a blue belt.
Our Retro AJ, the SmackDown tag belt.
Now, actually, this is funny. Now, I just thought about this. The way the belt is done in general, for some reason, the tag team belts of even the current Mattels tend to be larger and actually have more length to it. And these tag team belts keep it the same way.
Get these guys up here together. See if they can actually stand together. They might not be able to stand up together at the same time, but let's look at Austin with the belt on.
Mm-hmm.
It actually has, again, a really nice paint job.
Nice paint job, but
one glaring thing that you wouldn't even really notice unless you got like this close to the figure.
Yeah. First of all, the underneath the WWE logo is supposed to say World Wrestling Entertainment. It is just some random letters.
And same thing goes for the SmackDown belt. In fact, I actually can read it now. Since now it's out of package, I can see it clearly.
Yeah.
So AJ's belt, right where it should say World Wrestling Federation, it says Reba Marie again and again and again.
Eva Marie?
Reba.
Reba. Thank God it's not Eva.
Yeah, not or Reb Mare. It's either Reb Mare or Reba Marie. I think it's Reb Mare. Just repeated like 7 times. And
this must be an Easter egg some way somehow.
It must be like them just screwing around. So Austin's a little bit harder to see though, but it hurts my eyes. It's a real bad eye. I'm not gonna look again.
Yeah, don't even, please.
It's not even something you'd really notice. It's just weird that they'd go out of their way to print something at all in there and make it wrong instead of just printing what should be there.
But the paint job is nice. I will give you that. The only thing is around the globes for both belts is that's where you're missing the details, and like unless you really know these belts well, you might not care, but that's nitpicking.
So there we go. We're down to our last belt that we're going to look at, and that's the NWO Hollywood Hogan belt. Essentially, is what it was. Like who else wore that belt? I'm trying to think who else had this specific belt. I guess anybody in NWO at that time would have it, right? Or no?
No, but then again, from NWO Hollywood, nobody but Hogan had the belt.
Not even Vincent?
Not even Vincent.
Wow. So here is the NWO black and white version belt.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very nice. I mean, the big gold is always a great looking belt.
Yes.
And graffiti, it looks really actually like graffiti.
Yeah, actually, because it blends into the gold and everything.
Yeah,
so.
It's a little feathered because it's not like hard letters. It really looks like someone spray painted it on.
Yeah, which is a really nice detailed touch to it.
So because I forgot to bring extra wrestling figures, that's why we're using these other guys we reviewed recently. I think we have to give a championship belt to our stunt double, our standee throughout all these review videos.
Yes, he definitely.
I think he just deserves a belt because he's a good toy anyway. Our good friend, the Super 7 Alien, he's gonna get crowned the NWO championship belt.
And it does match him.
Yeah,
he's all black.
It's actually too big for him, but
oh well.
He's got a tiny waist. He, hasn't had enough people eating today.
Nope.
See if I can get it on him. Yeah.
And that's one thing I also love about these belts is the peg system to put the belts
so much
on.
better than what the Jacks used to do for so long.
Or any belts for that matter, because all of them had the strap with the latch.
Yeah, I mean, I should say...
And the latch would eventually break off, and there goes your belt.
I mean, like, TNA actually did a good job, too, before, when the Toy Biz was doing their belts. TNA actually did it with the same style as you see here. And when Toy Biz also did the WCW figures, it was also the same, but they only had, like, 3 slots to put the belt on. So it was very limited. It didn't fit in that well because it was really rubbery. This is a much more textured plastic, so it fits in really nicely.
Yep.
And there's the Alien, your champion. He looks pretty good like that, actually.
Yeah.
He was made to wear that belt. Styling and profiling.
Yep.
So there you go. That is all 5 belts you can see here from the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Championship Collector's Pack. And here's the box that I mangled in the process of opening.
Yeah.
I don't
Rest
care.
in peace.
Yeah, it had a nice life, but it's going to have a better life as the way it is.
Sure.
Overall, I think we like this a lot.
Yeah,
even the few nitpicks are just nitpicks. They're not really anything that's stopping me from buying it. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a pickup, I would say.
And would you say it's even worth picking up 2 just to get the double belts, to get both those tag team belts? Is it worth that?
If they start coming out with tag teams of that era, actually, yeah. I would say so.
All right, so I'd agree. I mean, I'd still just get them just for being a completionist. I'd give them to anybody because I don't care. But I'm not as picky with who gets my stuff.
True.
I just like people. I like my guys wearing their belts. So all right, there you go. That's your look. And if you guys want them, you can check them out pretty much exclusively on ringsidecollectibles.com. It's the place to go to get them.
Yep.
And pretty good prices. Well, it's only $20 for the pack. $20 for 5 belts. That's actually a really great deal. Cause
that's the price of one figure. So
generally speaking, and if you're trying to buy in the secondhand market, you'll be spending easily that much for sometimes 1 belt.
Yeah.
Especially some of these older belts too that are very rare.
Like
good luck.
probably now look at the Hogan WrestleMania 3 belt. Good luck finding that.
Yeah, definitely. So there you go. That's your look. We hope you guys enjoyed it. And we hope you guys will come back again for some other wrestling figure and other sorts of figure reviews. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Vinny.
Thanks for watching another Nerd News Today toy review. We'll see you guys next time.